Okay, next we have Marilyn Horowitz, and we had the pleasure of taking her book of Zev to international bestseller last year, and we are thrilled that she came all the way from New York with us today. She's NYU professor, author, speaker, writing coach, and consultant based out of New York City. Marilyn?
What I discover is that when people get to writing, they forget why they did it. Does that make sense? And so the idea is that when you heard Lisa speak, she said there was a moment when I lost my job and I had young children, a moment of crisis that brought her where she is now. Brian has numerous moments of crisis. I think he gets the crisis award. You do. You don't mess around, dude. You're like the multi-crisis genius, okay? I personally have had nothing ever happen to me. But if you read the free article that I offer on the thing, you'll see that when I was 6, I brought my play into school, and my mother had underlined all my pictures. And the teacher said, "This is great, we're going to put it on for the whole school. What's the story?" And I froze because no one told me I needed a story. 20 years later, I'm on my therapist's couch. He goes, "I think that's why you do what you do, because you have been trying to help everybody find their story." I help people connect with that moment, or a series of moments. In Brian's case, it would be a very long conversation. And basically cobble this into, well, let's think of it this way. If a book can be compared to the pearl that an oyster produces, right? Then the moment of irritation, this moment of crisis in your life, is what created the sand that started this process. And it's really up to you whether or not this becomes more sand or it becomes a pearl. And that's why I created my trademark writing system, which, as I say, hopefully one of these experts is going to help me take it into a broader realm. But ever since I've been working, from the day I started working, teaching screenwriting, I have always worked with an equal number of novelists, ebook people. I just helped someone who I met at Author 101 create a dating system through yoga. And I don't know if it works for large people, but she just got married. So we know that something good happened, right? So the place that I can help you, and one of the reasons I'm out here, is come talk to me about that event. Are you willing to actually do a writing exercise, since we all have to write? All right, so take that deep breath. And while you're breathing, think of something yummy that you ate in 24 hours. Okay, and write it down, one sentence really quick. And visualize it. Open your eyes and see it. Like, I had a margarita last night. Wow, I can see it. Okay, come on, everybody write. We got to move our hands. Did you know that there's 74,000 nerve endings in your wrists? Did you know that? And simply doing this is enough to get you out of writer's block. Did you know that? Okay, this trademark writing system really works. So moving, ankles, feet, everything has nerve endings. Everybody got a great food thing that they did? Everybody smiling? Okay, now I'm going to make you get really sad. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Exhale with kind of a sad sound. Now find that moment that got you started, okay? Brian's going to have trouble. But for me, I remember standing in my first grade class, having the teacher say to me, "What is this story?" I remember that as if I'm here. So can you write down that moment for yourself in a single sentence? Don't worry, I'm going to make you happy again. And then I'm going to teach you 2 things, so write it down. There was a time when, another time for me, there are many times, just pick the first one that comes to mind. Another time was, I found this little cat that someone had abandoned by the roadside and just thrown it there. And I was about 7, and my feeling about human beings, I was still struck by it. Everybody got one? Okay, good. Now, take another breath. Exhale. And now think about the cocktail that you're going to have after this event. Got some smiles? Good. So, I want to congratulate you. It's amazing, isn't it, how when we're writers we can just write. Isn't it amazing? So a few tips. 1, there's no such thing as writer's block. There's only a smart person who doesn't know what they want to say. Okay? Hear that again. There's no such thing as writer's block. There's only a smart person that doesn't know what they want to say. So next time you're feeling blocked, quote unquote, get on the internet and start researching things. Whatever's on your mind. It's amazing how quickly we get to where we want to go. Okay, so no such thing as writer's block. The second thing is we are in control of our emotions. Okay? We made ourselves happy, we made ourselves sad, and we made ourselves happy. So don't be afraid when you're working on your material to go into that dark place, okay? But you have rules, okay? You work with a timer, and you think about a nice thing before, and you make sure you have something nice to think about after, and you reward yourself with some kind of a gift. But we avoid going there, and we listen to all these marketing people who are essential. But we're the creators, okay? We have to create it. They can't sell it, we can't sell it. No one can sell it until it's created and it exists. And it has to come from, you know, everybody throws words around like heart-centered and stuff like that. This is for real, okay? In other words, you write about the problem you're having, okay? That's, if you want to write that down, that's a good takeaway, okay? We always write about the problem we're having. I'll tell you one quick story. I wrote a screenplay that was about, it's getting produced in 2 years, about a woman who runs a B&B and her daughter dies. And I thought to myself, why the heck would I write a downbeat story like that? I'm a comedy writer. And then one of my friends said to me, oh, didn't you recently get divorced? And I realized that I had transferred all my grief because it felt like a death to me, right? And I didn't do it consciously, but you know, the movie's getting made and I feel better about everything. So, and I'm very personal, as you can see, because I don't think I have anything else to work with, okay? So, again, the other thing I hear a lot is, oh, it's not about me. The answer is, it better be about you because, you know, you're a channel for the universe and you're a specific channel. I mean, if you want to use this kind of language that we're using, okay? In other words, it's all about your unique perception, which is, I think, a more accurate way. In other words, what makes a story unique is not the story, but who wrote it, okay? So, really important to me, I'm a writing coach. In other words, we writers are the creators. We have to be very, very respectful of our own creative process. And we have to understand that with the best will in the world, people do want us to do things that they want us to do for their own reasons. So basically, just say no and work with yourself, okay? So what did you learn today? No such thing as writer's block, right? Okay? And why is that? It's, you don't know what you want to talk about, go find something to talk about, okay? It's very, very basic and commonsensical. Second thing, you're in control of your, right? You can get happy, you can get sad. It's as simple as changing your thought. Isn't that extraordinary? It's so simple. Okay, what else do we learn? Anything else? No, it's all about you. Okay, stop this. It's not about me. I'm just, you know, I'm the instrument. The answer is, yeah, you're the instrument, but why did he pick you? Okay? I mean, really, you know? I mean, this self-effacing stuff is driving me crazy. Writers hate themselves enough without then putting themselves down a second time, all right? So be respectful. If whatever your belief system is, if you're given a message or you're called, whatever language you want to use, to be here in a room, to invest this kind of time and money, which I have to say must be important, so own it. Own it. And what I would say to you as a plea, because I do this work, and I mean, I'm offering, what am I offering, Vicki? I think 3 coaching sessions. People spend thousands of dollars working with me to figure out their precise thing, because what makes you special, as I said, is your perception. So when I hear writers uttering platitudes like I want to make a difference, I just want to lie on the floor and bang my head. It's like, what kind of a difference? You can make a big problem too, right? You can take up books, you can kill a tree, you can do a run of printing, you can kill 10 trees, you've made a difference. Right? So again, I'm an English teacher, so I would say to you in my English teacher voice, be specific. Okay? It's not a red dress, it's a scarlet dress. Right? In other words, and when you're talking about what you're called to do, be specific. Don't utter everybody else's platitudes. I'm gonna split my wrist at lunch. Difference, difference, difference. God, channel, channel, channel. It's not that it all isn't true, but again, your gift is in your fight for the right word. That's what writers do. We fight. Mark Twain said the difference between the right word and the wrong word is the difference between lightning and a lightning bug. Okay? My website is marilynhorowitz.com. There is nothing on it. I'm a screenwriting expert. That's how I'm branded. So if you want to talk about movies, that's fine. But what I really do, most of my business, is working with people like you to get to the point where someone like Ellen or any of these other people makes sense. I'll be here through Rick's thing. I'll be on the panel tomorrow night. I'm a very friendly person. Come talk to me. Thank you so much.